Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach, the only podcast where you get answers to all your guitar-related questions. If you're interested in developing your guitar skills and reaching your music goals, please send me an email at the email address ioannis@ioannis.org. That is ioannis@ioannis.org, so that I can let you know about all the different packages of elite guitar coaching and how you can get private coaching by me. Without further ado, let's go to our question for the day. Is it possible to become an advanced player if I have very sweaty palms because of stress and other reasons? So that's actually a very good question. Is it possible for someone to become a really good player if he has like really sweaty palms, hands that sweat for several reasons very much, very profusely? So before I get started, let me clarify that I am not a doctor. My dad is, and my brother, and I do not play one on the internet. So let's just be clear about it. I'm going to give some advice that I've seen that have worked with students of mine that had similar kinds of problems. But once again, you should definitely refer to a doctor before you take any kind of medical advice from anybody on the internet. So my understanding is that yes, you can make it happen. It just will take a little bit more preparation and you being a little bit more smart and maybe organized than the average person who doesn't have this problem. But all in all, it should not be very difficult. So I'll start giving you some specific hints, some specific tips and hacks to see if we can make things a little bit better. So when you start practicing, every 15 minutes, take a break and wipe away your guitar, and also go wash your hands and dry them very quickly with a towel. This thing is gonna also help with your warming up, and it's also gonna be a nice little break from practicing every 15 minutes, which is usually how long you would practice like one technical exercise. So to make it very easy, at the end of each technical exercise, which would be around 15 minutes, take a quick break and go wash your hands and wipe away your guitar. While you're practicing, try to keep a cotton cloth next to you, and every few minutes, if you see that your hands are getting way too sweaty, even if it's before the 15 minutes, just take a few seconds off to wipe them. Now, obviously, this can be troublesome if it becomes like more often than every few minutes. So you cannot be stopping every 30 seconds because you are not going to be able to build up the momentum with the metronome. But it's okay if you stop every 3 or 4 minutes, just for a few seconds, just wipe your hands away and then go back to practicing. After you've been playing for an hour, make sure you wipe your strings, like individually, each string individually. The reason you need to do that is because if you don't, your strings are going to rust very quickly, which is going to be both a not very comfortable feeling when you're playing, and also a fair amount of expense if you need to be changing them every few days if they start rusting. Now, there are special rust-resistant strings that I really suggest that you should check out. I have used Elixir strings with very good results on students of mine who had similar kind of problems, but I have not had like personal problem like that, so I have not used them for this reason. I have used them because of their sound and their feel, but I have not used them for this reason to tell you my personal opinion. But my students have seen good results by using them. Next thing, I'm sure you've seen like bodybuilders and powerlifters, mostly powerlifters and weightlifters that use chalk on their hands. You cannot use specifically chalk when you're playing because it's going to clog up the pores of the wood and you will need to be constantly cleaning your guitar. But what you can do is to ask for an equivalent, something that will drain away the moisture of your hand, and it's going to keep it dry for at least a few minutes while you're practicing each exercise. Finally, let's move to the most important piece of advice, which is stress less. Of course, when someone says that, it's like be less stressed, it's like telling someone be taller. It doesn't really work just by giving you the specific advice. However, there are specific things that you can use to become less stressed. Believe it or not, one of the most important things, even though it doesn't sound very good when someone says it, is that nobody cares. If you make a mistake, no one cares. Everybody is wrapped up in their own little thing, in their own little bubble, in their own life. So even if you make a mistake, even if it takes you like 3 years to learn a specific song and you feel that you're not good and everybody's gonna be laughing at you, no, they won't. And the reason they won't is because I just told you. That's the reason. Nobody cares. Everybody has their own priorities and their own thing that they're doing. And actually, this is liberating because literally no one is watching you, waiting for you to mess up and make a mistake, so they will be like, laugh at you. So there's nothing to be stressed about because, as I said, nobody cares. It's your thing. You're learning guitar because you like it, because you're enjoying it, so you should not be stressed about it. Another thing that can help is meditation. And once again, I'm not talking about the woohoo part of the meditation, like having to do anything with any kind of specific religion or anything like that, but I'm talking about the practice of meditation. This is definitely significantly going to help you if you have a consistent mental chatter that gets you inside your head and stresses you. It's really going to help. It's like the one thing that all high-performing individuals have said that they have in common, and that really helps them get through their day. That's meditation. So I will let you do your own research. Once again, I'm talking about the specific physical practice of meditation, nothing to do with any particular religion or anything else. Just the specific thing of learning to understand your feelings, to understand your stress levels, and up to a way being able to control your mind. Next thing, it would really help you to realize that the whole thing is going to get better as you get better. Because now you might be stressing about everything. Oh, I can't remember this chord position, I can't remember this scale position, or I just made a mistake in this specific lick, and all these kind of things. But as you're getting better, there are going to be less and less of those things that sound bad and more of the things that sound good. Which basically means there's going to be less actual reason for you to be stressed over with your playing. Yes, it's never going to totally go away, but it will get much easier just because you're going to be getting better. So basically, the easiest way, the most sure way, and the safest and fastest way to lose the stress is to actually get better on the instrument. And the best way to get better on the instrument is to get a good coach to help you. And this way, you can actually put all your stress on your coach. Only difference is that he is not going to be stressed because he knows what he's doing. To tell you the truth, this is actually what I actually tell my students, my coaching students. I tell them, I don't want you to be stressed about your guitar playing, your guitar development anymore from the moment we start our working together. Because now I'm going to be doing the stressing, only I'm not doing the stressing because I know what I'm doing. See, for the person who's actually learning to play the guitar, it's his first time trying to do that, and he has never done it before successfully, so there's no way he's going to have confidence in that. But for someone whose work is to make that happen, and he has done it hundreds of times successfully in the past, he knows exactly what he's doing. So he takes away the stress from you because now you can trust him to find the way, to help you find the way, the same way that you trust your pilot when you go and fly an airplane. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful. It was kind of a long-winded answer, but this is not a very simple question. And I will see you on the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Until then, keep practicing, keep shredding, and keep those questions coming. Bye-bye.